Hey, it's Leo, and today we're going to look at Squid Game. If you haven't watched it already, then I highly recommend you do. It's currently #1 streaming on Netflix, and it's a strong 6 out of 10, only cause they did my guy Ali so wrong. Anyways, Squid Game consists of 6 games that you must survive in order to win a cash prize of 45.6 billion won, which holy shit is a lot of money. In each level, you must compete against other participants in a deathmatch, with only a few players remaining towards the end. I have assembled a couple of theories and strats in each game to ensure that you have the best chance in winning and surviving every single round. Starting off with the first game, red light, green light. The rules are quite simple here. Move forward when the doll's looking away and stand still when the doll looks at you. As simple as this sounds, this game and scene was truly terrifying. One way to win is by staying close behind another player, which we can see in the scene, as the doll's sensors would pick up much of your movement if you so happen to flinch at the sound of gunshot. But this strat could be dangerous as you're mostly relying on the person in front of you to not die. After that person dies, you're all alone. Another strat is playing it calmly, like the old man over here. Also, side note, f this guy, but then again, who in their right mind can play this calmly when others around you are getting killed? And lastly, what I would do, it's a weird idea but hear me out. Lie on your stomach and crawl your way up. Wait, don't click off, let me explain. So by staying low to the ground, you can instantly drop to the floor when the doll looks at you. Since the gravity is pushing you down, there won't be much movement. So yeah, once the doll looks away, you can instantly get back in your crab position and crawl forward. The only thing I see being a problem with this is the time. So yeah, good luck. Next up, we got the sugar honeycomb game. Now this one is tricky cause these things can easily break apart, resulting in you dying. But fear not, let's look at the first strat. Licking it. Now this was shown in the show and it's a pretty hefty trick as it can dissolve the sugar, but it's also risky to failure as it can break if you lick too hard. Another way you can complete this is by choosing an easier shape. For example, the triangle is the most easiest one to complete as it doesn't have much angles to cut off from. Personally, I think this is the best way to win, but what are the chances you even recognize this game from the very start? Now what I would do, oh god Leo, not your stupid ideas again. Let me guess, you're gonna shove it up your ass and hope to god it cuts out right. Close enough. Wait, what? So my strat would be a combination of the first one. To use your saliva, but on the needle. By putting the saliva on the tip of the pen, you essentially created a saliva pen, which you can then trace over the shape over and over again until the sugar dissolves, giving you the win. But then again, time is also a weakness here. For the third game, we got good old tug of war. Now this game is tricky as it mostly relies on strength, but strategies could come a long way to your victory. Firstly, assemble a team of brute force. Yes, pick the meatiest, strongest, and fast looking people for the team. I know what you're thinking. Oh, but the main character's team was all strong, and they still won. Yeah, well he's the main character. Of course he's gonna win with all that plot armor. Realistically, the strat they used is quite commendable. However, such a commonly used strat. Even people who don't play tug of war know that they should do this. So the chances of the other team also using this strat is very high, so I wouldn't recommend it. Another way to win is, well, by cheating. As fair as Squid Game tries to claim it is, it's not really. They don't have many rules regarding the game and sometimes allow the players to play dirty. So hey, maybe you can try. Perhaps you can use the player at the back of the line as an anchor. By wrapping the rope around his waist, he can essentially push using his whole body instead of just his arms. Another way would be tying the rope to the pole you see over here. But I doubt the frontman would allow that for any longer once the VIPs start bitching about it. Now on to my way of winning, I'd use psychological manipulation. Let's say your team is up against a group with similar strength. The rope is not moving an inch and it's pretty even from the looks of it. Manipulating the other team using facial expressions and morale would be a huge advantage. By trying your best to remain a relaxed poker face and radiating high tiered energy confidence and lack of fear, it would give the other side a mental signal of failure. They'd see your side and think, holy shit, they're not even trying. And slowly by slowly, mentally, they would have lost in their minds already and given up. Halfway there, onto game 4. Now this one was just ducking cruel. How are they really gonna make their partners kill each other? Oh my god, these guys got no chill. Man had to battle against his own wife. Fuck me. Anyways, the first way of victory would be to simply steal the other partner's bag and show it to the gods. Oh, I'm starting to sound like Sanwoo now. So if you're evil as Hitler, I recommend this strat. Another way, if you're not as mentally unstable, is by playing a game based on skill instead of luck. You see, a game of luck handicaps you by 50-50 odds, which you do not want to take in these sort of games. So I recommend you choose a game based on your best skills. For example, if you're good at throwing, make a game revolved around it, which we can see by the gangsters play here. If you're good at running, devise a game of TIG or tag, whatever you like to call it. Winner gets all the marbles, etc. Now my way of winning is quite naive and might not even be allowed, but hey, it's my way. So I would challenge another team to a game with my partner. Think of it like a 2v2 situation. If we somehow managed to win with each me and my partner getting the other team's marbles, perhaps the gods would allow us to win. But this, I repeat, is heavily naive and unlikely of being allowed. But hey, what's the harm in trying, right? Nearly there. Game 5. The Glass Bridge. Now this was the most annoying game to watch as they could have used so many ways and strats to win. Starting off strong, all the players could have made a human bridge, holding onto each other so that when one falls due to the glass breaking, the others are there to pull him back up and keep moving forward. But something like that would only work if everyone there weren't your ops. Another thing that really bothered me was, why did no one try to run across the metal line holding up the pane of glasses? Surely trying it would have been interesting to see, right? Another unique strat that I read about was using the shoes. Remember the shoes that they took off at the start of the game? Yeah, they could have utilized this by dropping the shoes on both glasses. By doing this, we could figure out which pane was fake and which pane of glass was real. As stated later on, the fake ones tend to give out a higher sounding ring when hit with an object, so the real one would emanate a lower sounding pitch. But however, this method relies on the amount of shoes there are available. Once you lose the shoes, you're basically dead. Now my way of thinking, you may ask, is by going across with a partner. For example, you and your partner hold on to each other and both jump on the pane of glasses. If one of you break and fall, the other partner is there to hold you and pick you back. Keep doing this at each jump and you should reach the end. However, like all my strats, there's a catch. If only one out of the two can physically hold the other one up and not vice versa, you're doomed. Lastly, Game 6. The Squid Game. It's the only game where skill is more valued in the system than luck, as it's primarily based on strength and swiftness. We see here that we're allowed the knife from the last meal. It's quite biblical. Anyways, the knife is a huge advantage. If you are lucky, you will be given the offense position, as it's a simpler position within the game. Instead of charging at the player and swinging carelessly, you could instead throw the knife like a dagger, aim for their necks, and it'll guarantee instant win. However, if you're not Uchiha Sasuke, I don't think you can even make the throw. Moving on, you don't have the balls to kill? Fear not, so do I. So the best strat to use here is to grab the sand from the floor, which we can see in the scene. Throw the sand at their eyes, causing them to lose their visual field, and instantly use the knife to slice their ankles. I know it's pretty gruesome, but it's better than killing, I guess. With a badly injured foot, there's no way the other player would win. Another strat could be to play it normally. So once you got the other player weak and on the floor, if you so manage to do that, use your shirt or jacket and tie both his arms and feet, rendering him as useless, and make your way over to the circle. Now my way of winning is quite sneaky and very dirty, but hey, it's either you or him, right? Seconds after the game starts, look bewildered and point behind the other player and say, "Hey, is that a spider over there?" I'm not falling for it. Oh God, it's Jesus! He descended from the heavens, he's standing right behind you! Pokimane is standing right behind you. Huh? Boom! While he is distracted from looking away, aim for the head. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this vid, please leave a like as it took me days of editing to complete it all. If you want to see more of me, I don't blame you, be free to check out our gaming channel over at Mr. Hype Gaming. Update, just a little news for my older viewers. I know I haven't uploaded in a year, I just became so busy dealing with uni and barely found any time to make something, you know. Also, I really hated the character I was portraying in my previous vids. All happy and generic. Honestly, I can't even start listening to my older vids as it gave me immense cringe. And it still does. You know what? Let's both react to one right now.
Just me and the boys in the locker room getting ready when the teacher came in out of nowhere.
Oh God. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching and I'll see you guys at 3 AM. Just make sure to leave your windows open. Okay, bye.